The SCU is exercising a reasserted focus on the welfare of Rapid City's homeless population. Officers are dedicated to ensuring that those with a home have a safe place to be. And coming up on News Center 1 today, President Obama continues his visit to the United Nations, including a meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Tracy Potts has the details after the break.
Dear Mary Maids, please clean the kitchen, and the cabinets, and floors, and the chairs. And I wish you could clean the dog. Colin is now feeding himself. Thanks, Megan.
Hi, Megan. No worries. We got it all cleaned up. Let's hope Colin gets past the spaghetti flinging stage soon. Till then, we've got you covered. See you next time, Mary Maids.
Menards is your roofing headquarters. EPDM rubber roofing is on sale. It has a synthetic waterproof rubber membrane that's ideal for flat and low-sloped roofs with a 10-year warranty. A 10 by 20 foot roll is $99. Larger sizes are also on sale. Update your roof with Owens Corning shingles. These classic traditional 3-tab shingles come with a 60-mile-per-hour wind warranty. Available in 3 colors. They're only $14.99 a bundle.
Save big money at Menards.
And welcome back to News Center 1 today. Good Tuesday morning, everyone. So we saw a little bit of rain here the past couple of days where the most rain is falling. How about this? This is the current radar. A lot of rain currently moving up the eastern part of the U.S. Rain showers ranging from Florida all the way up into the northeast. Now, this rain has been sticking around for the past several days, and more is yet to come. So as we take a look at our current watches and warnings out there, well, you can see flash flood watches, flash flood warnings ranging all the way from North Carolina up through Virginia, West Virginia, making its way into Pennsylvania this morning. And then there's some coastal flooding warnings that you can see right around Florida there. Now, Florida picked up a lot of rain. We actually have a little bit of video from the panhandle of Florida. This is from yesterday. And we'll pull that up, and you can see in some places in the panhandle picked up anywhere from 2 to 3 feet of water. Roadways were completely covered, parking lots completely covered. Now, yes, this is around Destin, Florida. Destin yesterday picked up about a foot of water in just the span of their Monday. Fire trucks, police officers were out making rescues all day yesterday. Now, as far as all this rain, all of it's being kicked off along this low pressure system that you can see located just over Georgia this morning into the southeast around North Carolina. So this is bringing up all that tropical moisture. And what it's going to do then is continue to make its way off to the northeast. It's going to get in, connect with this cold front that's pushing through and making its way east. So parts of New York, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., over the next several days, they could pick up anywhere from 5 to 8 inches of water, maybe even a foot of water as well. So flooding is definitely a major concern for them as that continues to slide off to the east. For us, we're going to be tracking this system, which is going to be bringing us some rain starting at the end of this week, excuse me. We'll look at that here in just a little bit. For today, though, most of that rain has moved off to the east. We are seeing some clouds and some fog this morning. 67 will be our high in Rapid City, 68 in Spearfish, 59 in Custer. Now, it will be a bit breezy by this afternoon. We're going to see the winds pick up out of the south 10 to 15 miles per hour with a gust into the 20s. We'll take a closer look at when we can expect another system to bring rain into the Black Hills just after the break. But until then, on ya.
Thank you, Lewis. And at the United Nations today, President Obama is hosting a summit on how to get rid of the Islamic State. But Russian President Vladimir Putin won't be there. He's back in Moscow this morning after a tense meeting with President Obama. For more on what that meeting meant and whether there's any hope of cooperation between the two superpowers, we turn to NBC's Tracy Potts on Capitol Hill this morning.
They shook hands, but after sitting down together for an hour and a half, there's still no agreement between the United States and Russia on how to drive ISIS out of Syria.
The United States is prepared to work with any nation, including Russia and Iran, to resolve the conflict.
Here's the problem. The U.S. wants Syria's president out. President Obama calls Bashar al-Assad a tyrant who bombs his own people. Russia insists helping Assad is the only way to defeat ISIS.
We think it is an enormous mistake to refuse to cooperate with the Syrian government and its armed forces.
He thinks we are an out-of-control, arrogant superpower. He likes to take us down a peg. Doesn't mean he won't cooperate on certain issues.
They did agree the U.S. and Russian military should talk to avoid conflict. On Capitol Hill, lawmakers disagree on the president's strategy.
We have no strategy to pursue, so therefore we are surprised when Vladimir Putin exercises what is a very clear strategy.
Assad is the Islamic State's evil twin. To say that somehow you can fight ISIL and leave Assad, this doesn't pass the straight face test.
And what lawmakers here think is important, they are funding President Obama's bombing campaign. Tracy Potts, NBC News, Washington.
Thank you, Tracy. And in Washington this morning, South Dakota is looking to expand its Medicaid program. Governor Dennis Dugard is meeting with the nation's top health and human services administrator today. Dugard will meet with HHS Secretary Sylvia Burwell to discuss details of the proposal. The governor's plan would add about 48,500 newly eligible South Dakotans to the program and is expected to cost the state between $30 and $33 million beginning in 2020. Federal officials rejected a plan for partial expansion from the state in 2014. And big news from NASA on Monday. Scientists solved one mystery and opened another in the search for life on Mars. NASA administrators announced evidence pointing to streams of salty water flowing on craters in the summer, pinpointing the places where they say water flows intermittently on images sent back from the Mars orbiter. The darker spots indicate hydrated minerals and the presence of flowing water. Answering a flow of questions, scientists say the discovery opens the doors to new exploration of the red planet.
You know, when you look at Earth, water is an essential ingredient. And just about, well, not just about, everywhere we go where there's liquid water, whether it's deep in the Earth or in the arid regions, we find life.
And now the question for scientists is, where exactly is all that water coming from? And a look into the skies from the Main Street Square as we go to break. We'll check in with Monica Davis, who is live with a preview of the Beer Stock Exchange and cooking up some German food. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome to High Country Guest Ranch,
where Western and Native American cultures unite.
Spacious log homes and camping cabins wait your arrival in the heart of the beautiful Black Hills. Close to Mount Rushmore and Crazy Horse, it is the perfect place for your Black Hills vacation. The High Country Outdoor Theater is the summer home of Brûlée, the #1 Native American show in the country. The popular Circle B Chuck Wagon is serving up tasty cowboy dinners and Western harmonies. Come on out for an afternoon trail ride, an evening show, or spend the weekend with us. We'd love to have you.
You've got priorities, things that need to be taken care of, and things to pay attention to. It's not easy, but you're making it work. At First Interstate Bank, we know the drill. And just as others are relying on you, you can rely on us to help keep you doing what you do best. Your world's a busy one, full of all kinds of financial choices. You've got people depending on you to make those decisions, and then make breakfast. Financial success on the go? It's bigger than banking. It's you and I together.
Worked for Jimmy John's for 6 years. I'm an opening/training manager. I hired this joke in January.
And she never regretted it.
I taught this guy everything he knows.
Yeah, but I'm still faster.
Faster, my butt. Every now and again, I like to think that people can catch up to my speed.
I got faster than Amber in like 2 months.
His mouth got a little bit faster. When you get trained by the best, you become the best. I absolutely love making sandwiches, and I love working with people. Just getting to do that every day is by far the best part of my job.
The Honda for You sales event is happening now, and you could get a great deal on a 2015 Honda Civic. Our best Civic yet was named a KBB.com Best Buy and is the best-selling car in its class. The Civic is also loaded with standard features. So hurry into your Honda dealer today, and you could get a great deal on a 2015 Civic during the Honda for You sales event.
You're watching News Center 1 Today. Weather with meteorologist Louis Storrs.
Welcome back to News Center 1 Today every morning. We're seeing some, wow, what did I say there? Welcome back to News Center 1 Today every morning. I meant to say welcome back to News Center 1 Today, everybody. Good morning. Whew. talking. I don't know what I'm doing this morning. Let's take a look. We are seeing some cooler temperatures around the hills to the northern part of us this morning. So North Dakota, Minnesota, some freeze warnings are out there, and also some frost advisories as well. So we're getting into the colder months, already seeing those colder temperatures kick in. Not so much here. We're still seeing temperatures in the 50s. However, as we head up here, how about 30 in Grand Forks, 24 right now in International Falls, 34 in Bismarck, 38 in Aberdeen. So that colder air is just off to the east and off to the north of us, slowly starting to sink down. We will warm it up, though, as we get later on into the day. We're dealing with some fog this morning. That's behind this cold front. So you can see here where we have the clouds, it's a little bit warmer. Notice where all the cooler temperatures were? Well, it's where they're seeing the clear skies overhead. That really allows all the heat that's built up during the day to escape into the atmosphere. That's why the cooler temperatures, we saw them here where the clouds are. This is where we're having the warmer temperatures. By this afternoon, we'll start to clear out the skies very, very late this afternoon. So we'll stop this at 5 p.m. into the early evening. We'll see some sun starting to peek through. As we move into tomorrow morning, pushing into tomorrow afternoon, it's going to be a beautiful day. We're talking about mostly sunny skies, temperatures anywhere from the mid to upper 70s. However, we're going to see another system begin pushing into the hills starting late in the day on Thursday, then moving into Friday. So by Thursday afternoon, clouds begin to build in, also a few scattered to isolated thunderstorms here and there, but it looks like the most of that is going to be moving in with this system. That's going to move in Thursday night and into Friday. Could see some heavy rain, maybe about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. The models are predicting right now. We'll be keeping our eye on that to see what the latest updates are as they become available. As far as today goes, 67 will be our high in Rapid City. Morning clouds and fog with some afternoon sunshine. It is going to be breezy. Winds out of the south 10 to 15 miles per hour with a gust into the mid-20s. For tonight, we're going to cool it down to 48 degrees, partly cloudy skies, winds out of the south. That's going to bring in those warmer temperatures starting tomorrow. Mostly sunny skies, 77, absolutely beautiful here in Rapid City. However, we are going to see our temperatures drop back down as we get later on into the week. So how about this? 72 on Thursday, 57 for a high on Friday, just 54 on Saturday, with our best chances of rain coming on both Friday and Saturday. We'll start to warm it up, still in the 50s on Sunday, and then mostly sunny skies, clear temperatures right back around where they should be for this time of year come Monday, with a high temperature of 66 degrees. ClickBigDeals.com, the current offer. Get $20 at Betty's Quiltery for just $10. This is obviously a big savings of 50% on it.
Thank you, Lewis. And October is almost here, and with it brings fall weather and, of course, beer and German food with all the Oktoberfest celebrations in the hills. Monica Davis is standing by live at the Main Street Square, and she's already preparing for the Beer Boar celebration coming up this weekend. Good morning, Monica.
Good morning, Anya. That is right. Beer Boars is this weekend here at Main Street Square, but I started preparing a little early. Take a look. Good morning, everyone. In anticipation of Beer Boars this weekend at Main Street Square, I needed some German food. So I'm here with Gunter this morning with the Enigma restaurant, and he whipped me up some sauerkraut and beer brats.
Please, I'm gonna add step of salt, all its powder. So allspice is good, ground mustard is good, ground ginger is good. And then some onion powder. I'm mixing all the spices into it. Then I do put them in the casings. I'm stuffing them. And then we have them in beer water. I'm making a cabbage, a German kind of cabbage. Normally I use a belly, but right now I'm using which is baking his belly too. Saute it with onions. Add the cabbage into it. And then we just pour it down.
And now for the best part, I get to eat it. So Gunter, tell me what y'all are serving this weekend.
We're gonna have homemade brat. We're gonna have Riesling cabbage. That's a sauerkraut right here. And with pretzel sticks. And we're gonna do a dessert too. We're gonna do authentic apple strudel.
Apple strudel. Now that sounds good. This is delicious. I don't remember the last time I've had a homemade brat. Now let me give this sauerkraut a try. Now I'm German. I eat a lot of sauerkraut.
You're German?
I do. I am.
Good.
It's good with the bacon in there. It gives it a nice touch. So thank you for joining us this morning and cooking me up an authentic German meal.
Thank
We
you
appreciate
for
it.
letting me do that for you.
Absolutely. We'll see you this weekend.
See you this weekend.
I've never had homemade bratwurst before, so that's definitely something that you're going to want to check out this weekend. Later on in the show, I have Megan Whitman joining us, and she's going to give us all the details that you need to know about the festival this weekend. Anya, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Monica. Making me hungry this morning, I gotta say. And Oktoberfest is always a fun activity to look forward to into the fall. And getting out for walks with the family can also be a fun outing. And one local group is advocating for better sidewalks in our community. That story is coming up in the next half hour. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Introducing the most advanced in adventure technology. Reality at your fingertips.
Get out.
Not virtual, but actual. Get ready to get out. Experience the new outdoor motorsports. Get out.
I'm James. I'm a supervisor with standard parking at the Rapid City Regional Airport, and I love my church.
Hi, I'm Mitch Messer, head coach Post 22 Baseball, and I love my church.
Hi, I'm Desiree. These are my boys. I'm a home educator, and I love my church.
Our mission is simple. We want to show people who Jesus is. My name is David, and I'm the lead pastor of Fountain Springs Community Church, and I love my church.
Watching Best Time Ever with Neil Patrick Harris leads to one question. How did they pull that off? He had a surprise proposal, scarf spinning, trampoline flying. Did we mention Britney Spears?
Can you hear us?
Yes?
Say, can you be close to me at all times?
Can you be close to me at all times?
Even when I'm doing this?
Even when I'm doing this?
Best Time Ever with Neil Patrick Harris. After Emmy winner The Voice. It all starts tonight at 8, 7 Central on NBC. And get the app.
You're watching News Center 1 Today. Sports with Justin Wickersham.
The Rapid City Central girls soccer team wrapped up the regular season on Saturday with a victory over Belle-Fourche. But the Cobblers aren't content just to reach the playoffs. The team wants to advance to the quarterfinals this Saturday. Rapid City Central enters the playoffs as the number 5 seed and will host number 12 Watertown this evening at 5:30 at the Sioux Park Stadium. The two teams did not meet during the regular season. Central has won 3 out of its last 4 matches and is 6-3-2 on the year, while Watertown is 4-7-1. Central head coach Mark Morgan says his team has been playing better over the past 2 weeks and believes his team can go far in the playoffs.
The loss last year to Lincoln was a tough one in the first round. It was an odd day, you know, with 40-mile-an-hour winds, and the weather was a major factor that day. But we're prepped pretty well. We're pretty quick. The girls are in shape. We're healthy, and I think we're kind of peaking at the right time.
In the girls' Class A soccer playoffs, Belle-Fourche will host Spearfish in the quarterfinals tonight at 6 p.m. The Spartans and the Bronx split during the regular season. Meanwhile, in boys AA, Rapid City Central will travel to Sioux Falls today to take on the 7th-ranked Roosevelt Rough Riders. And in boys Class A, number 5 Belle-Fourche is at number 4 James Valley Christian, and T Area will host St. Thomas More in the first round. Now to softball, where Rapid City Central and Stevens wrapped up league play last night with a doubleheader. In the bottom of the 4th inning, Emma Burns sends one out to shallow center field. The single loads the bases for Rapid City Central, but then Gabby Rysavvy gets out of a jam as she strikes out Sydney Dorman to end the inning. Moving on to the top of the 5th inning now with Stevens up 4-1. Lexi Marcico hits a grounder past the shortstop. and that sets off a series of events. Sarah Bent is waved home and she scores. Then the Cobblers try to get Caitlin King out at third, but the ball is overthrown, so King comes home. Then another error allows Marsico to score from third, and the Raiders tack on 3 more runs to make it 7-1 at that point. 3 batters later now, Kaylin Buck sends one out to center field, but it's dropped by Emma Burns. Here comes Christina Delzer to make it 8-1, and Stevens goes on to win 9-1. The Raiders won the second game as well by a score of 12-0. And finally in boys golf, where Lee Deadwood won the Region 4A title yesterday for the second year in a row. The Gold Diggers finished just 2 strokes ahead of Spearfish. Custer was third, 3 shots off the pace. Cameron Enright of Lee Deadwood captured the Region 4A individual title after carding a 77. And that's a look at sports. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Justin. Now, 1 out of every 2 adults is living with a chronic disease like heart disease, cancer, or diabetes. However, increasing physical activity can reduce the risk of these diseases.
That's right. Step It Up is a call to action to promote walkable communities. Here's more on how a local organization is doing their part.
It's a response to a call to action from the Surgeon General to make communities more walkable, making it easier and safer for people to walk and use a wheelchair, ride a bike, and be active in other ways. The initiative through Live Well Black Hills, a health coalition, is advocating for new residents to have sidewalks put in and also repairing existing sidewalks, making them safer for community members to walk on.
A lot of people in the area don't realize the importance of safe sidewalks and good walkability in our communities. A lot of kids can't ride their bikes in residential areas. Think about when we were kids, it's a huge importance. So we're just talking about different populations that are going to be affected within the walkability of safe sidewalks.
One of the groups affected by broken sidewalks is Hike It Baby, a group of moms and dads getting out and about in the community, teaching their kids the importance of wellness and healthy living. The group meets once a week to engage in family-friendly physical activities, however, have come across some obstacles along the way in some neighborhoods.
When there's, the breaks in the sidewalk, or when there's not the ramps that go on and off the streets, if you have to jump over curbs, it makes it very difficult for a standard stroller to get around. It's also wonderful in Rapid City when they're maintained throughout the winter. It makes it a lot easier for us to get outside, less excuses because we've got a safe place to meet, a well-maintained sidewalk.
Future grants and funding will go towards repairing, building, and advocating safer sidewalks. You can visit Live Well Black Hills on Facebook for more on how to get involved with this initiative.
So there you go, Lewis.Maybe I'll be able to do the Hike It Baby group pretty soon.
You're gonna be hiking baby pretty soon. You're gonna now. Are you gonna have a nice little stroller? Are you gonna throw them in a backpack?
I don't know. I'd probably switch it up a little bit. You guys always put Mary Lou in the little guy.
We got a little thing to put her in, or a little stroller to walk around.
Yeah,
pretty cool there.
So it'll be nice, if one day we can have nice sidewalks everywhere. We'll go
on like family walks. You and Ben and me and Christina, Heath and Mary Lou, and we'll walk around.
Okay, we'll follow you then.
Okay.
So you can hit the cracks first.
We'll tell you where the cracks. We'll warn you.
You tell me where the cracks are. All right, still to come on News Center 1 today. What's new in this week's Video View? What movie might tickle your fancy, Lewis? That story and more coming up in the next half hour. We'll be right back.
Get down from a treehouse sitting in the sky. I wanna know just what I do. Is it very big? Is there room for 2?
Come to McDonald's for a real breakfast freshly made in our kitchen, like the melt-in-your-mouth classic Egg McMuffin.
You don't really think about stability until you don't have it. Auto Owners Insurance has been safe, sound, and secure for over 90 years. That's stability you can count on. Contact your independent Auto Owners Insurance agent today. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
Black Hills Insurance Agency is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
You're gonna eat that? Don't miss the multi-million-dollar Overstock Savings event going on now at Furniture Row. You'll find special savings throughout on many clearance and discontinued items. Savings of 30, 50, even 60% while supplies last. Plus, outdoor living is marked down to our lowest prices of the year with savings up to 70%. And enjoy 4 years interest-free financing. It's the multi-million-dollar Overstock Savings event only at Furniture Row.
What started out as Girls Club in 1965, Youth and Family Services has grown to become one of the most comprehensive and respected family development programs in western South Dakota. YFS serves more than 11,000 children and their families each year, encouraging them to go beyond the possible and discover their dreams through education, nutrition, advocacy, and prevention services. Find out how you can help support children and families in your community by visiting yfsfoundation.org or call 342-4195.
Coming up on News Center 1 today, Black Hills Corporation breaks ground on a new headquarters. More on the $70 million facility that will employ over 500. Then, you can eat them or use them as decorations. We're talking sunflowers in this week's edition of Botanical Gardens. And the Main Street Square is celebrating Beer Boars. Monica Davis is live for more on the Beer Stock Exchange happening this weekend, Tuesday, September 29th, 2015.
You're watching News Center 1 Today with Anya Mueller, meteorologist Louis Storch, and Monica Davis.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. A look at Main Street Square, downtown Rapid City. I'm Anya Mueller.
I'm Louis Storch, getting ready for Beer Boars this weekend.
Yes, the Beer Stock Exchange.
Yeah, and then they also, I mean, just so much going on. I mean, there's just the Pumpkin Festival last weekend, you know, because everything, obviously during the summer, things happen, but it's nice how even when it gets a little, the fall and things get cooler out, before you know it, honestly, before you know it, they're going to be changing.
Don't talk about
no, they
snow
will.
yet, Louis.
No, they will.
I'm
but
not ready.
I'm just going to say, before we know it, they're going to be changing that over into the ice skating rink.
No.
We'll be ice skating around there.
Not ready. I just want fall for a while.
We'll have fall for a while, which is good. I like those fall-like temperatures.
Okay, and probably more rain.
Yeah, some more rain.
Because like the time we're doing yard work at the house is, of course, the time it rains.
Oh, you guys got yard work in the forecast?
Yeah. Yes, we do.
So if you're forecasting yard work for the weekend, I'm going to have to forecast some rain. And
of course you are.
I don't want to. It doesn't make me feel good to do it, but I have to. But we'll see, keeping it on Saturday. By Sunday, though, it should start to clear out, so you can get out there and mow the yard, or plant some sunflowers, like Botanical Gardens.
Talk about that a little bit later.
Get your sunflower seeds. I love sunflower seeds.
Dill pickle.
Yeah, those are my favorite. What does your weather look like this morning? Current temperatures, we're waking up them in the 50s, some 40s out there as well. 47 Mount Rushmore, 46 Deadwood, 45 in Spearfish. We're at 51 right now at the Rapid City Regional Airport. Your bus stop forecast is going to show cooler temperatures heading off to school with some fog this morning, so a jacket will be a good idea. On the way home from school, you'll start to see some clearing, 65 degrees for a high, so not too bad, but definitely this morning it's going to be a little dreary out there, a little cool with the fog, so a jacket is definitely a good idea. Your Tuesday planner is going to show 54 by 9 a.m., 60 by noon, 65 by 3. Also going to be dealing with some winds by this afternoon. So we're going to see those out of the south, anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour with a gust into the mid-20s. So for the most part, the rain's moved off for today. We're going to bring it, though, back in, like I mentioned, by Friday and the weekend. We'll look at that here in just a little bit.
All right, and as autumn leaves begin to fall, so do the summer blockbuster movies right into your living room.
That's right. Here's Raphael Seth with a rundown of what's new in home entertainment this week.
This is very chewy.
You're eating a hand towel.
Melissa McCarthy takes a bite out of crime in Spy. She's a CIA analyst tired of sitting on the bench, so when a dangerous international terrorist acquires both a nuclear weapon and the identities of all the field agents, it's up to the office jockey to save the world.
They're coming.
There is nothing good on television in Poltergeist. This reincarnation of the classic 80s Boo Fest follows a suburban family living in a unique subdivision. That's because it's built on an old burial ground, and the evil spirits there steal a little girl's soul to try to open a portal to the mortal world.
If this movie tanks, Vince will not come back from this.
The stakes get bigger on the big screen in Entourage. This movie spin-off of the TV series reunites the boys with former agent Ari Gold He's now a studio exec, giving Pretty Boy Vince the chance to direct, but it's a leap that could land them all in hot water.
These pregnancy tests keep coming back positive, and there's got to be a reason, right?
It's the immaculate insemination in Jane the Virgin. Gina Rodriguez won the Golden Globe for Best Actress in season 1 of this comedy series. She stars as a devout woman saving herself from marriage, but is accidentally impregnated during a visit to her OB. That's the video view. Raphael Seth, NBC News.
Looks like a nice little mix of all kinds of movies.
Spy? I haven't seen that. That looks pretty funny.
Well, Melissa McCarthy,
Yeah, Poltergeist, no.
A
Never.
big fat no on that one. If I want to sleep ever again, I will not watch it.
And I like sleep, so I will not watch it.
Exactly. All right, still to come on News Center 1 today. More local headlines this morning. Plus, Lewis has your complete weather forecast, and we'll check with Monica Davis as well. You're watching News Center 1 today. We'll be right back.
A car gives you freedom, room to grow, and in time, room to grow up. Your dream car evolves, and protecting it takes committed support. American Family Insurance.
Stop in and see our selection of Schultz homes at Lichty Homes in Blackhawk. See why Lichty Homes is recognized with the prestigious 5-star Customer Service Award for commitment and excellence. You're sure to find your dream home at Lichty Homes. Let Lichty Homes build your manufactured or modular home from our many floor plans and options available to suit your needs. Come by Lichty Homes, where we build the home, you create the view.
Hi, I'm Ashley Berry.
And I'm Jade Berry from Someone's in the Kitchen in Rapid City.
We got started here 3 years ago. We always have loved it, and we decided that it would be a great opportunity for us.
Pioneer Bank was a natural fit for our business.
They help us with everything in our personal life and our professional life. Jim at Pioneer Bank has always been super honest with us, very helpful. We can call him anytime with any questions.
It's stress-free banking with Pioneer Bank and Trust. Pioneer Bank and Trust is local.
Any of these three won't satisfy like our one. The second-to-none foot-long Subway steak and cheese. Sizzling steak, topped with melty cheese, and always on freshly baked bread. The heartiest appetites are no match for the Subway steak and cheese.
Anytime, any size. Only 99 cents. Fountain drinks at Common Sense. Ice cold refreshment. Up to 52 gigantic ounces. Only 99 cents. Pick your favorite soda and pick your favorite size. It's only 99 cents. And you can even add one of our flavor shots to make your fountain drink uniquely yours. Ice cold refreshment in your choice of flavors and your choice of size. You're living the dream. Anytime, any size. Your choice of fountain drink soda. Only 99 cents. Refreshment is yours at Common Sense.
You're watching News Center 1 Today. Weather with meteorologist Louis Storrs.
And a good Tuesday morning, everyone. Let's take a look at some of the fall colors up in Spearfish Canyon. Now, keep in mind in the higher elevation, so this picture was taken around Savoy. Now, this was on Friday, actually, so it's been a couple of days, but on Friday at the higher elevations, already 90% color saturation. Just take a look at these colors. I mean, the reds, the yellows, the orange, even the lime green, so vivid. This is one of the better years that we have seen. Now, the lower elevations, the colors aren't quite we're not seeing quite as many colors. They're not quite as vivid, but peak is going to be happening this week and pushing into the weekend. So really just have a few more days to get up there. You definitely want to try to get up there and check out the colors. And then this picture was sent in to us by Joyce Medley, Rough Lock Falls, another beautiful place up where you can see some colors. So definitely make some plans. Try to get out there this week, maybe this weekend. It looks like we'll bring in some rain on Saturday. By Sunday, though, we'll start to clear it up. We'll take a look at that here in just a little bit. 45 degrees, though, right now in Spearfish. Mostly cloudy skies overhead. When the dew point is the exact same as the temperature, that's when we're going to get the fog. So when the dew point and the temperature are the exact same, that's very high humidity, that's fog. That's why we're seeing a lot of fog around the hills this morning. Also, Ellsworth Air Force Base, 52 degrees. We're seeing a little more sunshine overhead, but still some clear skies as you head east around the hills, though. That's where we're seeing the fog this morning. So just 3/4 of a mile visibility in Rapid City, just 1.5 miles in Spearfish, and just 1/4 of a mile in Custer. So some dense fog out there, and take it just a little extra time as you're heading out the door this morning. So along this cold front, that's where we're seeing some storms kicking off in parts of Iowa this morning. Behind that, cloudy skies skies. We're going to start to clear it off by this afternoon. So by 5 p.m., late afternoon, early evening, mostly sunny skies overhead thanks to high pressure. That's going to really stick with us throughout the overnight hours and pushing into tomorrow. Again, plenty of sunshine on your Wednesday. We're going to only be in the 60s today. By tomorrow, anywhere from the mid to upper 70s. We are going to start tracking another system. This is our next best chance of rain. This low pressure system moving through the Rockies will make its way into the Black Hills by Thursday evening and sticking with us throughout Friday and Saturday. By Thursday afternoon, a few isolated to scattered rain showers and thunderstorms are possible, but the heaviest will get there by Thursday evening. We'll take a look at that in the 7-day forecast. For today, 59 degrees in Custer, 68 in Newcastle, 68 in Spearfish, 67 in Rapid City. Now, we do have the very slight chance of a few showers and thunderstorms kicking off, but for the most part, we'll see clouds and fog this morning, then clearing by the afternoon. Also a little bit breezy. Could see a gust up to 25 miles per hour. Tonight, 48 degrees will be the low, partly cloudy skies. Winds out of the south. They're going to bump our temperatures up into the mid to upper 70s. For your Wednesday, 77 tomorrow, mostly sunny skies overhead. Then that system begins pushing back in on Thursday. So a little bit cooler on Thursday with a high of 72 with a few scattered thunderstorms in the afternoon. However, overnight Thursday pushing into Friday, that's when we're going to see the heaviest rainfall. 57 on Friday, just 54 on Saturday. We'll be in the 50s throughout the weekend with 58 on Sunday, then warming our temperatures up to around where we should be for this time of year on Monday under sunny skies with a high of 66. ClickBigDeals.com, the current offer, get $20 at Betty's Quiltery for just $10. This is a big savings of 50%. Anya.
In other local headlines this morning, South Dakota regulators are deciding whether to approve construction of the proposed $3.8 billion pipeline that would move oil from western North Dakota's Bakken oil patch. About 270 miles of the 1,100-mile pipeline would be in eastern South Dakota. Some landowners say they have environmental concerns. A 2-week hearing is set for today on whether to permit the pipeline. South Dakota's Public Utilities Commission says a final decision will be made by mid-December. The project also needs approval from regulators in North Dakota, Iowa, and Illinois. And the Black Hills Corporation breaking ground on a new headquarters Monday afternoon. After years of planning, officials calling the ceremony an exciting day and one that will keep the growing company here in Rapid City. Officials with Black Hills Corporation say they look forward to building a bigger and better office, one that will be home to over 500 employees. The CEO of BHC says this new building will bring employers from 5 locations under one roof.
Over the last 10 years, we've grown almost 12-fold in size and added over 300 jobs in Rapid City. And with this spread out in 5 different locations now, it's not very efficient, not very conducive to continuing to grow. And so by getting us all in one location in one place, make us much more efficient, much better able to serve all of our customers in all of our states from this one headquarters location.
Completion date for the project is fall of 2017. An economic development task force focused on the state's Native American tribes meeting today at the state capitol. The Tribal Economic Development Task Force was created during the 2014 legislative session to provide a more accessible forum for tribal leaders from each of the 9 sovereign tribes to meet with legislators and discuss how to best address economic development across the state. It's charged by State Republican Don Hagar from Sioux Falls. Focus was primarily on committee decision, but members also hearing public testimony. And still to come on News Center 1 today, they are edible and decorative too. We're talking sunflowers. Stay tuned for Botanical Gardens up next. We'll be right back.
Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities or Mother Nature's recipes that...
I'm going to hold my breath till I get a sale.
You never have to wait for a sale at Gordman's. You can save up to 60% every day.
Did you say up to 60% off?
Yes, I did.
Clean up in aisle 3.
Every morning, millions of Americans start their commute in their cars. Knowing AAA auto insurance is there, should anything not go as planned. And every morning, those same people also leave behind their homes. Knowing AAA home insurance is there, should anything not go as planned. Insurance that's not just insurance.
Good credit? Great. Bad credit? Hey, unfortunate things happen to good people, so don't sweat it. Just go to Billion Kia, because we'd love to help. Now you can drive home this hip new 2015 Kia Optima for just $19,999. Or get this awesome-looking new 2016 Kia Forte for just $15,999. Plus, get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. So if you got credit problems and you need a new car, let us help, because we'd love to see you in a Kia. Billion Kia in Rapid City or at BillionAuto.com.
The Live Bergen Series by Sandra Brannon. Solomon's Whisper by Sandra Brannon. Buy book today.
Enjoy shopping at Gordmans.com, even when you can't leave the house. Now that's a steal.
And welcome back to News Center 1 Today, everybody. And no, we're not in a field of wildflowers, Anya.
I thought we were.
We're still in the studio.
But
doesn't this make you want to kind of just head out to a meadow somewhere?
Just roll around a little bit.
I feel so much more relaxed this morning already.
As you should. All right. Well, they're an old favorite. You can use them as decorations or even eat them.
That's right. We're talking sunflowers
Right here.
in this edition of Botanical Garden.
Botanical, sponsored by True Green. For all your lawn, tree, and shrub care, along with pine beetle protection, think True Green this spring.
Again, welcome, Botanical Garden. I'm Bob Riggi. With me, Joe Hillberry, Master Gardener. Joe, we're going to be talking about, we're going to be talking about roses for this episode, right?
No, we're going to be talking sunflowers.
Sunflowers, of course. And you have 3 varieties here.
Well, I got 4.
4 varieties here.
Right.
All
This is what you see growing wild. You know, the birds have gone out from the bird feeder, and they come up and they got hundreds of blossoms.
Yeah, near swamps usually?
Well, no, they're just about anywhere.
Anywhere, okay.
Right, especially close to bird feeders. But then we have the decorative ones that have all of the different colors and the things like those. Those are really good to plant around your yard or something. You have a building you want to sort of hide, you can put those there.
Okay, but once you plant the seed in the ground, how long does it take for it to flower?
Until fall. You know, August.
So this is going to be a fall flowering plant.
That's right.
Okay.
And they're going to grow, depending on the kind, how tall they grow.
Okay.
These don't grow quite as tall as your giants, like the one that you've got right there. Those are the ones you use for getting the seeds you eat.
Okay.
And you take the seeds out, soak them in salt water, and then put them in and roast them.
Yeah. And you can buy a package. These are the giants right here, right?
Right, that's the giants.
I'll put that down. There you go.
Whoa. Now we got to eat them.
Some bird got in there. Yeah, bird got in there. So these are the giants, all right.
And if they're driving down the road and they see the fields of sunflowers across South Dakota,
yeah,
that's these black ones.
Okay.
And that's the ones they use for making sunflower oil or your bird seed that you buy.
Okay, so there are definitely 4 different kinds. This is the kind I have in my garden, is the decorative kind. Tell us a little bit about this one, though. Tell us what you do with this, the bigger ones.
Well, what I do with that is I try to beat the birds to it, and then I cut them off and dry them.
Uh-huh.
And then instead of trying to eat them, I just hang them up outside my window.
Yeah.
And then all winter I watch the birds come and
It's a natural bird feeder.
That's what it is. I just stick a wire through there and hang them in right off one of those hooks by my window.
Okay. All right, well, thanks a lot, Joe. Appreciate it. All right, join us next week on Botanical Garden.
I gotta love sunflower seeds, man.
You mentioned it earlier, but the dill pickle sunflower seeds. For anyone who hasn't tried them,
It's like at the ranch.
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
like
those are good
now,
too.
like what do we do before flavored seeds?
I don't know. I don't know if the ranch is good, but I don't think anything can beat the dill pickle.
And they're always great on the road, you know, when you're driving
give you
across the
something to
state.
do.
Yeah, I mean, your mouth gets all mushy and kind of
Doesn't matter.
nasty, but
It passes the time.
it does, and it keeps you awake.
It sure does.
And still to come on News Center 1 today, the Beer Stock Exchange is hitting downtown Rapid City this weekend. We check in once again with Monica Davis, who is live at the Main Street Square for more on Beer Bourse. We'll be right back with that story in just a couple minutes.
Ever wonder how much money your company spends on printing?
Ever wonder how much time your employees spend ordering toner cartridges and repairing jammed machines? At A&B Business Solutions, our managed print services will analyze your print environment and design a program to reduce your total printing costs, improving workflow. A few small changes can make a big difference. MPS, just another solution from A&B, the company that helps you solve, simplify, and save.
This homecoming, our Eagles take on the Faith Longhorns. Join the following businesses in showing your team spirit.
Walt Dairy Queen says, go, fight, win! From all of us at Ann's Motel, good luck, Eagles.
Wall Subway says, go get 'em, Eagles.
Wall Building Center and Construction says, good luck this season.
Show your team spirit and cheer on your Eagles at Homecoming, October 2nd at 7 p.m.
Sometimes it takes months or years to get a car accident case resolved. The at-fault party's insurance will only pay once in exchange for a release. Meanwhile, the medical bills keep coming. Most folks are unaware that their medical bills may be covered under their own car insurance, regardless of fault. They've paid for it, but never turned in a claim. We will submit your medical bill claims at no charge. Call us at Whiting, Hague, Dorsey, and Hague. We can help.
As your journey takes you on Highway 16, make sure to visit these great places.
The Christmas Village is a true Christmas store with a whole lot more. We even carry the area's largest selection of licensed NFL and MLB ornaments and collectibles. At Independence Hall, home of the Founding Fathers exhibit, you can experience the Declaration of Independence and meet the 56 men who pledged their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor to give America its freedom.
Thank you for making Highway 16 a stop on your vacation or getaway excursion.
Good morning, everyone. I am here at Main Street Square this morning preparing for the Beer Bourse Festival this weekend. Now, earlier I showed you some German food that is being prepared that you can catch this Saturday as well. And I'm here with Megan Whitman, the Executive Director of Main Street Square, and she's going to tell us all the details. So give us a little quip about what Beer Bourse is.
Well, Beer Bourse is German for Beer Stock Exchange. Last year we were able to actually start our initial stock exchange where if you go up to the beverage garden, the price of beer is going to be dependent on supply and demand. So if everybody is drinking one kind of beer, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. And if no one's drinking one type, it'll be a lot more affordable. And eventually the stock market will crash. All of the beer will go down to the bottom dollar for a limited time. And then those supply and demand laws resume. So very interactive approach to the event, not to mention we have a tasting area as well that'll be tinted and everything, and you do need a tasting ticket to get into that area.
Awesome. Okay, so what breweries are going to be present this weekend?
We have everything from local breweries to national, international brands that'll be coming down. There's going to be a wide variety. We really focus on those fall flavors and celebrate Oktoberfest with this event and bring that German culture in too. We'll have some German beers, some German food. It is a free event to come in and participate, but if you did want to do the tastings, which we have 70 beers in the tasting tent, if you want to be a part of that selection, you can get your tickets until 5 o'clock on Thursday pre-sale at mainstreetsquarerc.com, or you can get them at the door for a little bit increased price.
Perfect. So Saturday is when this is happening, correct? What time?
It's from noon to 6, and the tastings are from 2 to 6.
Perfect. Okay, now I was looking at pictures on Facebook of last year's event, and people seem to get really into this. So tell me a little bit about that.
Well, you know, there's nothing better than having a nice fall day. We've got polka music that's live. People are dancing. We'll have our dance floor out. The atmosphere is just really jolly down here, and people really enjoy coming down and just experiencing some of the different fall beers. The Ale Writers Homebrew Club, they're also down here. They'll be giving away free samples of homebrew. So if you're really interested in learning about how to make your own beer, you can visit their tent. They'll have some grains and things like that for you to kind of take a look and feel and touch, and give you some tips on how to make your own brew at home or get information about joining their club.
Perfect. So it sounds like a really interactive event this Saturday beginning at noon, tastings 2 to 6 as well. So come on down and experience Beer Bourse if you missed it last year. For News Center 1 Today, I'm Monica Davis. We'll be back after this short break.
Hey, hey, Bob, Bob. Hey, hey, Bob, Bob.
$5 off your choice of hand-trimmed, juicy sirloin, perfectly marbled ribeye. Our finest filet mignon steaks all day, every Sunday. Come in and try the best steak in the hills for $5 off. Shooter's Woodfire Grill, 2424 West Main, Rapid City.
They come from different worlds, each with a particular set of skills. Midco Extreme Internet, Midco Preferred Cable. Agents on a not-so-secret mission to save the world from slow internet and bad cable. But at only $89 a month for 12 months, there's a price on their heads. Don't miss this blockbuster event. Click happiestdevices.com.
If you're looking to upgrade to a better night's sleep, look no further than Denver Mattress. Save big on our Factory Direct Special Summit Queen mattress, just $199. And for a limited time, when you purchase any of the Serta I-Series or Comfort sleep sets, you will receive a free fitness band, plus 4 years interest-free. Quality, service, selection, and value. Why shop anywhere else? Better tomorrow, start tonight at Denver Mattress, your adjustable bed headquarters.
I want to hear you say it.
Say what?
That you're no longer my partner.
She gave up her badge. Wednesday.
Shots fired, shots fired.
We gotta get through now!
An officer has been abducted.
The only way to get him out.
Send a lone female officer.
I'll do it.
Is for her to go in alone.
Do him first. And make her watch.
Chicago PD premieres Wednesday on NBC.
Handmade fresh Florentine flatbread with fresh spinach, homemade bruschetta, and creamy artichoke sauce. Or Italia with rich homemade red sauce, fresh roasted red peppers, sausage, pastrami, and pepperoni. A half flatbread with your choice of fresh garden salad or fresh daily soup. Taste the difference at Shooter's Woodfire Grill, Rapid City.
Come see your local American Family agent, Mike Brewer, for all your insurance needs. Stop in or call today.
Good morning. Just ahead on Today, Republican frontrunner Donald Trump will join us live. We'll talk about the reaction to his newly unveiled tax plan and results of a new poll that appear to be good news for his GOP rivals. Also ahead on Rawson Reports, the number of children injured by televisions that are tipping over. That number's on the rise. What you can do right now to make sure your home is safer for your kids. Plus, the settings you need to change on your phone today to make sure a hacker isn't using your selfies to track your every move. We have those stories and more when we see you here on a Tuesday morning on Today.
All right, thank you, Matt. And check this one out. High above Paris, California, skydivers are attempting to set a world record.
More than 200 elite skydivers from 30 different countries are attempting to set a new record for the largest aerial formation.
They jump from 20,000 feet above the earth and are falling at speeds in excess of 110 miles per hour while attempting to link up, break apart, and then link up again.
The current record was set last year at Skydive Paris by 117 all-women skydivers.
The attempts at the record started today, and they will continue through October 2nd.
Look at that.
Pretty cool, huh?
So many of them.
That's amazing. I mean, can you believe it's, you link together,
like ants or something.
over 100 link together, then they all break apart, and then just come back together again.
That is amazing. Like, I would just get by just jumping.
Now, have you ever skydived before?
Oh, heck no.
Look at that.
I don't know, Lewis, I don't know if I could do it because I think I'd have an anxiety attack before, like, maybe a heart attack.
I don't know. Look at that. Can you believe that? Like, how many? Falling. They're all falling at about 110 miles per hour, and then just with a couple
it looks like a slow-mo.
It does. It does look like slow-mo. No, I've never skydived.
I could see you doing it.
I would like to.
Would you do it by yourself, or you have to be on somebody's back?
Oh no! I would do it hooked up to somebody. Yeah.
I would do like that fake one. Don't they have one in like Las Vegas where
like the air
it feels like you are, but
yeah. No, I think that'd be fun too. I would love to give skydiving attempt someday.
You need to do it. I smell the story coming on.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll throw that one in
Lewis is out and about.
Oh!
Really out in the sky.
Yeah, I'm going to write that one down. We'll see if we can make that happen. Well, currently right now, as far as the weather goes, the big thing is we're dealing with some fog this morning. Now, Spearfish had 0 miles visibility earlier. They're back up to 7, so the fog is starting to lift there. But expect that to kind of stick with us as we push throughout the day. Just 1.25 miles at Rapid City, 1/4 mile at Ellsworth, 1/4 mile at Custer. So some foggy conditions. Stay safe as you're heading out the door this morning. Rapid City, we'll start to see clearing by this afternoon, 67 degrees for our high. And then as we push later on, 77 tomorrow. Another system moves back back in by Thursday night, Friday, 57 Friday, 54 on Saturday. That's all the time we have today. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, everyone.
That's right. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Have a great day.